Water is so good. Oh, look at that creepy face.
It is so
Look
good.
at those beautiful faces.
What's
Hey, that switched.
Hey, Case, how you doing? Oh, I think my microphone's off. How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you doing, bro? I can hear you loud and clear. Those dulcet tones, angelic-like things that I've missed. It's so happy to see you and be back in this seat and be with you, my friend.
You know who else is happy to see me all the time?
Your wife.
I would hope so, but I'm going to say my furry best friend, Reba.
Oh, Reba is always stoked to see you.
But Reba is even more stoked when she gets her BarkBox Super Chewer box in the mail.
I would imagine. And that's a monthly subscription, yes?
You can do a monthly subscription, and they have other products available. As you know, Bark Super Chewer Box is available, and we are teamed up with them. They're sponsors of the Scene Snobs now, so check out our affiliate link down in the description below. And before we get started, I'll just let you know that every box comes with 2 tough toys, 2 full-size bag of treats, and 2 meaty chews. Mark your calendars and be excited. Most boxes arrive within 5 days of the order. 100% happy guarantee. If a toy isn't tough enough, they'll replace it. 100% free of charge. No proof needed. No time limits. No questions asked. Does your dog have allergies? Too many treats? Our crew of dog crazy people in Columbus, Ohio, is here to make sure your Super Chewer box is perfect for your dog. And they have different things available, percentages off. We went with the extra toy because Reba is a super chewer and she loves her toys.
Yes,
but
she
they all
does.
come in. She does. She's so crazy with it, but I love it. And last month I showed you guys, it was the Jurassic World box came in. She loved it. That little sack right there with the eye actually rips off, and it's still a dinosaur head that squeaks that she still has and plays with. But Casey, here's where you're going to get it.
I'm still amazed that it's actually survived this long.
It's the dinosaur head. That sack is gone.
Yeah.
But the dinosaur
of course,
head's
the
still
sack's
good.
gone.
All the toys still hold up. None of the Super Chewer toys are broken.
That is awesome.
We've bought stuff. Anything we've bought from Bark Super Chewer is still holding up. And this week has a different. This month had a different theme. Italy.
Ooh.
Italy themed. It was pretty cool.
This is to fancy up, give her a little culture, travel around the world. I love it.
It's a meatball and spaghetti and meatball. Let's see the fork. That's her fetch toy.
Amazing.
And when she rips that layer off, there's another ball underneath that looks like a meatball. That's the Leaning Tower of Treatsa, as they call it. And what would you say this is? Would you say that's a compact car?
It's almost like a Peugeot.
Well, they call it a chomp-packed car. I love their puns. I think they're pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
And there's Reba enjoying the Leaning Tower of Treatsa right there. She loved it right out of the gate.
Growing up so fast, I have to come visit.
You do. You absolutely do. She loves you. But yeah, guys, if you want, go check out. If you have a furry friend at home that you want to get awesome toys and treats for, go check out Bark Super Chewer. Our affiliate link is wherever our links are and down in the description below.
Check them out.
And here we go, guys. We are back again, the dynamic duo for Geek Fest Live. I'm your host,
the
Mick
crowd
Manhattan.
goes mild.
Joined, as always, by my partner in the night, fighting crime.
That's me.
Casey the Man Plot. How you doing, buddy?
I'm marvelous, Mick. I'm so grateful to be back here with you, my friend, and hanging out and back in the driver's seat, bro. Here we go. Geek Fest Live, hitting it hard. Lots of crazy news out there. Lots of wacky topics to get to. And, all of our beautiful friends in the chat room. We got Kathleen out here.
Hey, Kathleen,
shout out.
On?
Great to see you, Kathleen. How are you, friend?
Thank you very much. Yeah, we were number 1 for the top podcasts in the top 100. We were number 1, both indie and all podcasts. We were also the top billed show of our episode of if you want to go back, it's 2 episodes ago. It was I'm betting on the robots. That's the title of the episode. Go check that out. That ran for a little while as number 1 episode, and now this week's episode is very shortly behind it. We're each inching into the top 10, which I appreciate. People seem to really like it. We're getting good feedback, and
We appreciate that, man. Thank everyone for
Yeah.
listening. That's fantastic. That's really cool. I mean, it's nothing if we're not entertaining y'all. So we appreciate that you enjoy spending a little bit of time with us as we enjoy spending a little bit of time with you.
Well, one other one that I'm going to brag about because I really appreciate it is
Do it.
we were the number one. We still are the number one comedy show on Good Pods.
That's amazing. That's so awesome. I'm so happy we get to bring a little bit of joy to more and more people now. So that's fantastic.
I mean, I'm just so glad that everybody gets to see what I already knew.
How awesome you are.
The thing that I beat down Casey with every time we talk. It's like how amazing I am and that I deserve to be number one.
Do you know how beautiful I am and how much effort I put into my looks daily? Like that's constantly what it's about.
I'm so tired of these people not knowing how great I am.
Are they not aware that the blue shirt that I am plastered in daily will be the wave of the future?
I have shades of blue. All right. There's shades of blue here. I am, if anything, my shirts go in a direction of how quickly you'll be dead.
Like Picasso's periods?
I mean, I go straight for violet. You're turning violet at one point. Like it gets darker than this.
I do dig your indigo. When you're an indigo, I feel like your eyes pop more and you're just generally more excited about life.
I do like the color blue. I feel like it's my color.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so yeah, you gotta stick with what you know.
But not, you still have to share that color. Other people are allowed to wear blue.
Well, it will change. Listen, if anything's gonna happen, my wardrobe will change. It does change out as we go. So remember the winter flannel last year?
Oh yes, that was a delight.
And it was just flannel shirt. And then before that was the graphic tees phase.
Oh, I missed the graphic tees phase. What I was really hoping for, honestly, was with our summer school series, I was hoping for more Hawaiian shirts or button downs.
And I was hoping for a waistline that would fit in them.
Maybe a little more Jimmy Buffett-esque feel,
That will be the next. No, see, we went with summer camp theme this year. I think next year's summer theme should probably be like I don't know, like a Jimmy Buffett. Like we are
right.
We need to do like TRL and MTV used to back in the day, like spring break and summer where they would like go to the Bahamas.
Oh my
We need
God.
to do this and talk
Scene
about
Snobs
it.
summer break.
We need to just I love it. We need to go somewhere. So actually, to get us started, this is pop culture from 1999. So
Close enough.
so I was watching the documentary called Trainwreck Woodstock 99.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Woodstock 94 and 99. And I know
yes, thanks, Grandpa.
listen, there are people who are literally saying that we're boomers because they don't know any different. Like, remember, we're the late 1900s crew.
Yeah, we are. That's terrifying, but true.
There's a TikTok trend going on right now that everybody's jumping on board, and I am no different. I went on tonight after we finished recording Plot Roast earlier, and I looked for pictures of me as a teenager and videos.
Yes.
And I'm going to get on this trend so people can go see it if they follow me on TikTok. And it's the teenage dirtbag trend where it goes. It's the Weezer singing I was a teenage dirtbag, and then you flip through it starts with you now and then flips through pictures.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag. Sorry, that was gonna bug me. I love that song.
Fine. That's fine. I get it. Listen, I can't remember everything.
And it's not Weezer, it's Ween.
Ween, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Listen, I am too far removed from anything. You know what
Bro,
I was watching?
I love that so much. I still watch that. I still listen to that jam. It is one of my jams.
Bad song. It's not, but although I am not the same with music that I am with movies.
Valid.
So you guys, my wife, you guys like know music, and not saying that you don't know movies too, but like you guys know music.
Well, not like you.
But that's the thing. That's what I was into. But even back then, I remember all of these songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good with lyrics. I'm
well,
terrible.
You remember them probably the same reason I remember them, because they were involved some way and somehow to some middle school or high school dance. And because there was an association to some moment there, I mean, that's how it's all stuck for me.
Well, here's the funny thing, and this will play to what I was saying. So we are currently what do you call it? It's Sunday night, and I went upstairs. I put on Pluto TV because that's my TV of choice. I like to flip through. I'm an old man. I like
Dude,
the
the
guy.
fact that you could flip through all your 47 Pluto stations,
But
it brings
it's all movies and shows that I've like loved back in the day. So
exactly.
I'm in.
Well,
And
I mean, and that's why I put on like last night. I had to watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I was with you. I
yeah,
felt you again. I was like, I've got to watch a movie I've watched a million times that I love,
great
and I
movie.
want to hear the Maid Marian scream, Robin! Like that. Robin is freaking iconic. I
Do
was
you want to hear an
asleep
embarrassing story?
in the dead of sleep. I woke up like the line before she screams Robin, heard Robin, smiled, and fell back asleep. That was where I was at last night.
Do you want to hear an embarrassing story?
I always.
So, okay. So back in the day, I liked this girl, right? And that movie had come out. And this girl had no business liking me, and I don't blame her for not at all. So,
You need to
and
stop that right now. Is it because she was a
no,
terrible
no, she
person?
because
That's the
she was a
only reason
smart
she'd have no.
person. She was a smart person, still a smart. I think she went on to become a doctor. So we know how smart she is. But I liked her, and I just grand gestures because that's what movies told you you're supposed to do.
Yep.
I know better now, and I only save grand gestures for my wife and kids.
And that
So
TV show Ed.
Ed for sure. Dude,
Ed for
he was like
sure, man.
captain of the grand gesture.
It
The
was
dude owned
all
the
grand
bowling alley.
gesture. The
Oh my
Stuckyville
God.
bowling alley, man. I loved that. Yeah,
Well,
so I definitely was wrong pathed for a wee bit.
I got her a music box that played that song from Robin Hood. And she
No, the
thanked
Bryan
me for
Adams
it.
jam.
She thanked me for it the way she should have. And that was it. And that's all that was expected. That's all. You should never expect anything from anyone. Nobody owes you anything. And that's the
What do you
takeaway from it.
mean? What do you mean? Thanked you the way she should have, like said the words "thank you" and carried
And
on with her
that's it.
life.
She didn't
Okay,
like me.
all right,
So I should have
yeah,
taken that and just walked away.
yeah.
Um, and honestly, like I was like, I can't believe I did that grand of a gesture as a teenager. Like I was a young teenager too. Like I think I was like
Impressive.
17. So I was like,
Well,
okay,
no,
fine.
man, 17. That was gestury. That was gestury times. Like that seems pretty
Yeah.
legit.
And I was a geek. Like I was that guy who was
Right.
like, I didn't know women. I was a geek. So I was like, all right, how do I make this happen?
I still don't know
How
women,
do
and
you,
I'm quite
yeah, I
okay
know
with
that's
it.
true.
It's like
It's
I
not like
just
I know
don't.
them now.
I just fully accept that. Like, hey, man, I just communicate. I just talk to people. That's
We just got real lucky.
Yeah.
But so like I did that, and I got did the grand gesture, and but that's so when I think of that movie, I think of that. I think of when I got that music box, that's how I associate it now. Even though I have a story that goes with that movie, because when I went to go see the movie, I went with my grandmother and my brothers, and on the way home, her car stalled and died. And we had to
Oh,
walk
what?
like 5 miles
Did you
to
do that
get
on
to
purpose?
someplace. I don't think she did it on
Did
purpose,
you
but
did you do it on purpose so that way you could set it up to walk? So that way you'd
no, I
have the
was a
alone
young
time?
kid. I was a young kid. I
Oh.
didn't want to walk. I still don't want to walk. But
Say that never changed. You can't just suddenly say, "I don't want to walk." You've always never wanted to walk.
you
Oh,
cannot
thank
say
you.
this about Casey unless we know what the context is.
No. Kathleen is saying you're not alone in that case. You're not understanding women. It's fully a thing. I get it.
Fair.
Hormones be nuts, yo. I've got my own, but mine are just dumb. They make me dumb. Like it's
I don't
science.
I
Our
do not.
testosterone makes us stupid.
I don't understand women, and I'm married to one. I try to do the best I can with what I got.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
you got an amazing woman.
I do. I'm very lucky. I know that. But yeah, but when it comes to that song, bingo, what Casey said, it's fair. I don't understand women, and I am one. You better get used to it. You have a daughter.
Oh God, yeah, me too. I'm just,
I,
hey man, just
I
talking to the
wanted a
kid.
daughter until I had sons, and then it was like, all right, this is so much less I'm going to have to deal with. Like, there's so much less emotion than I'm going to have to deal with. My wife was saying it the entire time. I was like, I want a daughter. I don't care. I don't need that lineage thing, whatever. And my wife was like, I don't want a daughter at all, ever. And I was like, Not that not ever, but like,
No, I know what you're
I don't
saying. Yeah.
want this to be a daughter because I can't imagine raising a teenage daughter. And I was
Yeah.
like, and I didn't understand that until like after. And I'm like, boys are so hard. I can't imagine what girls are like.
Mine is 9 and she's outthinking me.
Yeah.
It's
See,
a
and
terrifying world. Yeah, Kathleen agreed. Yeah, Kathleen knows what's up. On her amazing little girl. Oof.
that should be this week's topic on Scene Snobs Podcast. Best parenting styles from movies.
Parenthood.
Nope. Shut up. For the Scene Snobs Podcast. Save it.
Okay. See it on Tuesday at 9 because there are so many things. I'm going to be typing the rest of the show.
And you know what's going to happen? We're going to start talking on Tuesday and never get to that topic in your head.
No, we'll never touch it. It's dead.
No,
the fact that I brought one up is the most we'll have.
There's so many. There's so many to choose from. No, but see, we were talking about that movie and we were talking about like being a teenager, and it leads me back to 1999 because I did not go to Woodstock 99, which was they use the word train wreck in a documentary, but it is so much worse than a train wreck. I remember that. You remember what that was like? We've seen it on MTV and
oh
in
my
news
gosh, well,
everywhere.
The water bottle battles.
Oh my God,
for water, like the murder freaking fires, everything just going. What was it? Limp Bizkit set it off. That was the band.
Yeah, and that was the second night.
Yeah.
So the first night was Korn, which already got everybody in a frenzy. So going by the documentary, it's 3 episodes, and each episode deals with the day of Woodstock, and like kind of went into it, talks to all the people who helped put it together, worked on it, went, like a bunch of people all over. They get really in depth with it, and I think his name is Michael Lang, the guy who was the promoter for the original Woodstock. He came up with Woodstock, and then he did 94 and 99 as well. I know he's dead, and you shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but that piece of shit still in this documentary, because he died like right before the documentary came out. Like, it was like 2 weeks later after or whatever. Or 2 weeks after they interviewed him, I should say. Maybe not right when it came out, but he still is not saying, like, he's just kind of like, well, it's not really our fault, like stuff. It's like, you piece of shit, you and the other guy that did it with him. Like, Jesus.
Well, because they didn't plan right. They were charging ridiculous amounts of water, for everything, for food, for all the stuff. It was Fire Island 1.0. That was before how things would progress and how bad things would be when taken advantage of. And especially doing something like that with Woodstock. Like, that was just such a shit thing because it was Woodstock. Like,
they called it profit stock.
Yeah, exactly. Because Woodstock was supposed to be peace and love. And
chicken.
So then you go from Woodstock to 94, which was still peace and love. It was like a rehash of some of the older bands. And then we got to, play with some of the newer bands. And it was a beautiful thing. And it was this wonderful experience. And people are opening themselves again to this whole idea of music and love and festivals and, togetherness and oneness. And then 99 comes along. And it's already 5 years later. The difference of 5 years.
Well, no, 94 was a dismal failure.
What?
Nobody went in 94. It was a dismal
but that's
failure.
The whole point. It doesn't matter. You didn't need it to be anything.
Well, listen, you're absolutely right. It shouldn't have been.
You're honoring what it was.
Well, if you remember, 94 was for the baby boomers, was for the hippies. Right. It was all old bands.
Yeah.
And they thought that would be cool to bring back. So when they did 99 and it was all like young bands.
All the new young bands, yeah.
They said they didn't understand the music that they were pulling in.
Well, it was just all those gosh darn kids is what it was.
And I love that there was like this huge, luxurious tent back in where the celebrities were, where they were doing interviews with like the guys who were running it and talking to them. And they're like sitting on these plush couches and like talking like, oh, it's going great, man. It's amazing. Everybody's having a great time, everything. And then like they cut to these guys baking in the sun, fucking shot out on drugs, everything, drunk, naked everywhere. Everyone was just naked.
Not like in my day. In my day, we were just dropping 4 tabs of acid and smoking a few doobies before naked mudsliding into about 14 other vaginas.
The funny thing is, you're trying to be ironic in a good way, and I get it. But you're proving the point of the documentary in such. And I need you to watch this documentary to see exactly like I remember, and I know you remember too, because we talked about it. What this was. And it was so much worse that we don't know, and now we do know with this documentary out. Mm-hmm. And who's the first person you pretty much see right in the opening?
Fred
The
Durst.
Miz as a teenager. There. And he made fun of it on TikTok. On his TikTok, he showed the clip from it, him as a teenager, and then it's just cuts to him going, like, and then it makes me sad because like all of like the sexual assaults and rapes and things that happen there, and you're like, this is insanity that any of the, like the people who worked it, like actually physically worked it, were like, this was a joke, this was insane. I can't believe, like, they were barricading themselves in their office at one point on a Sunday night when everybody freaked out. They were scared they were going to get murdered. The 9 fire set, the fire department was like, no, we're good. Like, they're just like, we're not going in there. And they just let it burn, because it was like the one night when they talk about the one, probably they said that it was probably a rape, was somebody stole an ambulance.
Mm-hmm. I remember when they stole the ambulance. That was the thing that they brought up on MTV News.
Yeah, but remember, they didn't say in that what happened. They were talking about it in a documentary, that they were like partying on it and stuff like that. And then they were like, we have to stop the show to get the ambulance out of there. And when they found it, there was a woman passed out in the back and a guy pulling up his pants. And they were like, what the, like, they were freaking out. And nothing kind of, like, they were like, we don't even know what came of it. Like, we don't even know what happened. And you see, like, and then they were showing the segments from MTV, and they had MTV VJs there talking about it and such. And they were like, it was a cluster. Like, nobody wanted to be there. It was insane. They hated us because they didn't like what MTV turned into.
Right.
And
because by 99, they were full on into like Road Rules, Real World, like all of the reality shows were starting to be a thing. And they were doing, more TRL was kind of the only time slots they had where they were really showing videos anymore, or crazy early in the morning.
And it just, it just kept getting darker and darker. And like, as it went on, because they said, it was funny because at the Limp Bizkit point, that was the second night, they were like the huge main, like, everybody was there for Korn and Limp Bizkit, basically. Everybody else was fine, and they did it. But like, after Korn was Bush. Yeah. And like the people working it were like, we're going to get killed. They don't want to hear Bush. Like, Korn just, but it actually worked out well. They think that's why the night tamed out. And like, everybody just went to party rather than riot, is because Korn like riled them up. And then Bush came in, Rosdale comes in and starts singing, and it like brings them back down, because they fell in love with it. They're like, this is amazing, this is awesome. Yeah. And 250,000 people in a goddamn field is basically what this comes down to. And then the next night, like, they said, like, what's his name, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, they said they saw in his eyes, like, it must have been some sort of narcissism or something. He saw that he could set this crowd off. And he went for it, and it did set them off. Like, they start tearing down the sound booth. Like, they're like,
when they ripped down all the speaker bars and stuff start coming down, like when they were just hailing all this equipment from up there, it was like, what is going on?
Oh, it's nuts, man. People were crazy. And like, just watching this documentary over again, I'm like, I'm glad. I remember wanting to go. I'm glad I didn't. Because I'm like, either I'm going to jail, because I'm like, fuck it, let's riot. Because, all right, I wonder, what's the statute of limitations on riots?
You know what? That's a pretty good question. We could probably talk to our legal analyst. Let me just call him up real quick.
I'm not telling the story unless I know the facts.
Yeah, technically, unless it's seditious against the government, you should be dandy, buddy.
All right, so there was a time where, remember the big riot in Philadelphia when Guns N' Roses had the reunion tour and Axl didn't show up. It wasn't even a reunion tour. It was just Axl with the new Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. The terrible fucking thing they trotted out there and called Guns N' Roses. Yep.
Yeah, and Buckethead, and he didn't even show up, and and that was in Philly, and they rioted.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And they said it was like besides like something like Woodstock 99, which was out in the open, this was like, I don't know if it still is or if anything's happened since then. I don't remember or hear of it, but they said that was like the biggest riot at a concert venue, like an indoor concert venue, I think.
Wow.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say
did it fill you? Did it fill you with rage?
I will say this:
canceled.
I did want to get in on it.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to name names, but there was a binocular case under somebody's seat, and that person kicked the binocular case off and threw it at the stage. Now, I'm not saying that started the riot, but I'm saying I didn't see anything else thrown before that, and then it was Escape from New York trying to get out of there.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
It was insane. There were people. It was nuts, and the fact that my group and I all got out, got in a car, and were able to get, because like the cops, like we had just gotten out, and the cops were like SWAT and everything was coming in.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I don't know if it was SWAT, but it was like the
riot police. Yeah, riot guards. Yeah.
So I still remember that, and I'm like, yeah, it was heavy. That was a heavy night. And I'm not going to say who. It was not Mick Manhattan that threw that binocular case and maybe set off that riot. It was not Mick Manhattan.
Was it because Vertical Horizon had opened for them?
It wasn't Vertical Horizon. It was CKY open for
them. Oh, really? Oh, shit.
They were pretty good. That was my introduction to CKY. I like them. Yeah, that was a hell of a time. And kind of learning that. And I'm not going to name any names because I don't know the statute of limitations on riots starting.
Of course. Yeah. No.
And I'm not going to own. I mean, I'm not going to own that.
Would technically be the charge. It would be instigating a riot.
I'm not going to allow the person I'm talking about to own.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't.
that they started it, but
you're just going to keep it locked in your heart, knowing that you know, and I know that when I see you alone, you'll tell me. So I'm very excited about that.
I will tell you when we're alone. I will tell you who. I will tell you who it was when we are alone.
Yes, you will.
But that's it.
That's it.
I was young. I was rambunctious. I mean, the guy who threw the binocular case was rambunctious.
We were all rambunctious, buddy.
We were all rambunctious back then.
We were all rambunctious back in the day. If we could bounce off the walls any harder, we would have tried.
Sugar cult. Good call.
Hey.
So the Trainwreck, you should watch it. It's very nostalgic too. It's weirdly like, I remember being like this. I remember being this person, and not like the nasty, dirty people like that did dastardly things.
No.
But like the outskirts of like, I would have been there. I would have partied.
I would have climbed some shit. I was a climber, man.
Yeah.
That was one of my downfalls. Thank God there weren't cell phones with that, because my climbing, oof.
I wish we could jump back in time, Sam Beckett style, to our old bodies.
And I love this already. I'm gonna owl though. I want to owl first. I want you to jump first.
No, we're going together. We're going together. And then like, so we gotta like share information from our childhood, and then be like, Casey, go back, and then like call me at this number. And then you call me and it's like, yeah, I am in my old body. Let's go to Woodstock 99, because we were both in the area. We could have went straight there.
Yeah, true.
And then we just go and that is it. That is where we're at.
That's where I get brain damage. That's where
I'm
not
we
doing
have to be
this
observers.
Show.
We're only observers. That's it.
Oh, as observers. Okay. Knowing what we know and just sitting back and watching like, wow. Yeah. There are moments in history that would be absolutely fascinating for. Terrifying too, if you wanted to go that route. That's why I'd much rather. I don't know if I want to be corporeal. I'd be way cooler with just being out. Like, pew, pew, pew. Ziggy says this, Mick. I don't know what to tell you. You're fucked. Pew, pew, pew.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Everything's off. And this guy's like stuck in a cell and he's screaming at me. I don't know. Beep, boop, boop.
Oh, my God. It's just a crazy show. All right.
And instead, it really screws you up and you wind up in like your aunt's body.
Oh, my God. Wait, which aunt? That's what I want to know. Gotta know which aunt we're talking about here, man.
Oh, man. Oh,
I don't know why that, but I mean, it could be an aunt by marriage.
No, see, that's totally true.
Oh,
never said who.
It's true. We can figure this out. We'll figure this out because I did have like a really hot aunt by marriage, like way back in the day. I'm not naming the uncle. That would just be disturbing. And I was a teenager, so shut up. I don't care.
Oh, I'm not judging, man. I'm over here just silently chuckling to myself about being Al, watching you get all turned on by yourself. Pew, pew, pew.
Mick, get out of your aunt's body and stop looking in the mirror.
I don't know what you think you're gonna see there, but you probably should just let it go already.
I'm checking. I'm giving it a screening.
I'm checking for ticks.
Ticks. Yeah.
I was outside in the tall grass.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know where I'm going right now. So anyway,
bouncing off the walls.
Let's get off this topic because once we get back into 99, we get a little too crazy.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up.
I start to remember when I had natural energy.
So have you heard anything more about the Ezra Miller?
Oh, my giddy aunt. Okay, so the last bit that I heard on the young Ezra Miller was that he was hiding a woman and 3 children who had previously 2 months ago been there and notified there, said they were there, but haven't been heard from the last 2 months, potentially hiding from her abusive husband, partner, person.
You know what annoys me the most is I just read where he's from. And I think we know. I know where he's from. I know. Yeah, he's from New Jersey.
Lead poisoning? There? In New Jersey?
I mean, maybe. Probably. There's lead poisoning in a lot of places.
Or maybe there's meth poisoning.
We are not going to. I know it. First of all, I know it's Firefly reference.
Yeah, we know it's Firefly.
This is called Geek Fest Live. You do not own. How old were you when Firefly came out? Because we were literally just talking about we'd jump back into our own bodies and be old enough to go to Woodstock.
Preacher, I'm going to the special hell.
There is a special. I don't think we're going to hell. I mean, whoever threw that binocular case and stares at his aunt is going to hell. I have not that technology.
That guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all I literally want to do is Al on the sideline.
You do not. You know.
It'd be amazing.
There's an aunt somewhere that you're like, I want to check you out.
No, it's uncomfortable for everyone.
It's so uncomfortable. So, all right, here's what bugs me. We know that 10. You were 10 when Firefly came out.
Shiny.
It was. That's basically where you're at. You're just like, it's shiny. So Ezra Miller, I keep saying that word. I'm not calling him the Flash because he doesn't deserve it.
No, he should be stricken from the record as that.
That's true. So we get Ezra Miller is now I think he was in Vermont and he got charged.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So I don't know if he's still in custody. I'm sure he's not. You know how rich people work. Mm-hmm. So but he's been up for everything, like some of the really bad stuff. Mm-hmm. He's been a part of, and herein lies my problem. Whatever, Ezra, you want to go off on a tangent? Just whatever. Go out, Bonnie and Clyde style. You can be both Bonnie and Clyde.
What?
He can be both Bonnie and Clyde. Hey,
I mean, yes, he talks about carrying a gun everywhere. A lot of the reports are him always having a gun, being very aggressive.
I'm not wishing him death.
Faces,
I'm saying
screaming, punching, fighting.
I'm not saying I wish he would die. I'm saying if you're going to live the lifestyle, then just have your ending. But because lots of people are getting hurt in his wake.
I think it would be a lot cooler if we had a system that allowed for someone who is suffering through whatever either mental illness or addiction this is, whatever struggle he is going through, if something that was able to get him out of the harm's way and putting others in harm's way and creating a wake that has more problems rather than dealing with the issue and finding a way to assist him. That
I
would be neat
agree.
if there was some system, maybe a giant studio that had
No,
gobs
I'm
of
not putting
money.
blame on that. I agree. Listen, mental health is very important and should be, and even more so, even though it is more so in the forefront and people are talking about it way more than they were even 5-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it should continue and it should get better, and we should have systems in place and businesses should put systems in place for it. I 100% agree. But I have said this from day one. And I suffer from mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
You know, manic depressant, bipolar. I suffer through it. I've been diagnosed. Just because you're and I know many people who do as well and are going through the same things that he's going through and aren't doing the things that he's doing. I'm sorry, mental health isn't an excuse for you to be an asshole.
No, he's also a giant
Never
piece
will
of
be.
shit. But I'm
You
not,
know?
I'm not defending. I'm not saying he's not probably a worthless human being without someone having money backing him saying he's a good person. 'Cause
I've
that's really what
never,
it comes down to.
and one of his, probably on the list of his crimes, I don't want to say the least because it's a disgusting thing he did, but punching a woman in the face
Yeah.
and knocking her unconscious. I have mental health issues that probably are on the same level as his, and I have never punched a woman in the face or raised my hand to one. That is a whole different, it isn't just mental health. He does not care.
Right. He's
And
at a point where, well, drug use, addiction, man, I'm saying that's a thing
yeah.
too. If that's up in the air, that seems to be prevalent and floats around all the stories. So
Now, with that being said, release the flash cut. I want to see it.
no, burn it.
No.
You were willing
I
to,
do not
man,
think
you were willing to kick at. No, you were willing to destroy Batwoman.
I am
Or
not.
Batgirl. No, I'm saying the studio. I'm
Oh
speaking
yeah,
to the
I think
studio
so.
in this. They were willing to fucking burn that. They should
No.
absolutely have no qualms burning this, or just reshoot the whole thing and create a whole new guy and give it to somebody else if that's the way you want to do your money, or just you're going to take the losses here because it's not good. WB is painted into a bad corner yet again, with DC hurting and on the ropes, reeling yet again, and now they're talking about canceling Titans and potentially even Doom Patrol being on the chopping block, like just wiping the max.
I don't think that's because of the same thing. I think it was a money thing, and now I'm not defending it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a money thing when it came to Batgirl and the Scoob movie, which I still think is bullshit. And I still think that if you made the movie and they're done, it should be released. That's bullshit to not release it.
Agreed. That's a Prince move. God rest his soul.
Yeah, but he owned the rights to him, so I don't mind if if you lock away your own music. That's to me, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
He created it. Now, should it be? Probably not, because the man was a genius and you want to listen
and also how much money was he taking away from other people by not releasing it? Not really anything.
Exactly.
I get that. And he's still paid, and he still paid his producers, and anybody who was in there was still getting paid. So
and now my thing is, this isn't the studio didn't create this. Yes, they put the money into it, they okayed it, they greenlit it, and even the ones who are shutting it down didn't do any of that.
Right.
And I think it's a movie. It's if Prince had made his music and produced it, did everything, all that, and did all the creative side to it, and then somebody stepped in and said, we're shelving it. That's what I feel like this would be on par with. Like,
I agree with that.
And so I don't mind the artist doing it.
Makes sense.
And I would not agree if a director or producer stepped in and did it, because you had so many people work on it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge piece of work, and the actors put a lot of time and effort into this. Now, when it comes to Doom Patrol and Titans, should they be canceled? Probably not, because they're both really well received. But that is in the world of TV, that's a decision that may be stupid, but their HBO Max is not going to be what HBO Max is now. They're not going
Right.
to. They want to go a completely different route with it. So
It makes sense.
like,
I get it. They don't want to dump money into that anymore, and especially DC. That's a bad taste in everybody's mouth right now. They
yeah,
just keep swinging and missing. I mean, Amber Heard stuff too. We still have Aquaman 2 to come out.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
there's
and
so
I'm
much
not.
stuff. Like,
I
I
saw
think what it's
something where Amber Heard got some new role, some new movie she's been cast in, and I was like, "Well, there's a movie I'm not going to go see."
you know. Here's the thing. Like, I if the Flash comes out, I'm gonna see it. I am.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm going to find a way to watch it.
That's fair. But I'm gonna see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna review it.
Mm-hmm.
And I may hate him for what he's doing. I don't even hate him, but like, he's despicable, and I don't want to have anything to do with him.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I don't want to have any connection or correlation to liking something he's a part of. Excuse me.
Oh, that's fair, man. And I'm with you on that. But at the same time, I can't see you taking the movie away. Like, don't take the movie away. Like,
Okay. I
any
mean,
of
you and
them.
I sit
And
opposite here.
Batgirl, Scoob, everything should be released if
I
it's
would
made.
see it. Yeah, I agree, but I also struggle with it because I mean it's going to be fun because I'm
Yeah,
all about train wrecks. You know, I love watching fiery things, and I'm a big
sure.
fan of explosions, and all of this has the makings of that. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens when this sucker hits.
Yeah.
At least they have Black Adam. You got to hope that's going to work out, and Shazam. So we still got two potentially good properties.
Yeah, I mean, like, DC has just let me down so much. I kind of don't give a shit what comes out,
Yeah.
but I'm still gonna see it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think you have an addiction at this point. It's gone from being like a compulsion and that natural, that urge, that feeling deep inside, something we love to do is to go see a movie. And now it's become you have to do it. Like
Yeah.
you must. Once a week. I feel like you got to go 2-3 times a week, which is fantastic. I love it. I'm envious.
Yeah. I mean, right now I am, and I need to get off my ass. Like, I'm on some of the media lists for getting screeners, and I get, but it's for certain companies. Other ones I just have been lazy about.
Fair enough.
And I have their info, and I need to do it because, even looking up the qualifications for doing it, we've surpassed them, so we should be able to do it and get them. So
Sweet.
that's not a brag or anything. Like, I'm just saying,
it's just
like,
fact. Yeah. We just gotta. I mean, I can fill out paperwork too, bro. You can always send it to me. I'll help.
yeah, but I'm just lazy.
I mean, but that's fine. I'll just do it. It would make me feel more like a part of everything.
I'm too lazy to even send it.
Oh, that's valid. No, I'll come over at some point and just poke you with a stick.
There you go. Just poke me with a stick. No, it'll get done. But and then
I'll just show up as Al. Holy crap! What if I just right now portaled next to you? It's like Mick. Pew, pew, pew,
Your chair's right there.
I know.
I have a chair for you. Not for long. I mean, I'll have a chair for you somewhere else. But
that was so messed up. Not for long.
There. I mean, it might be somewhere else, but
you're gone. I'm sick of you, madman.
No, not you. Shut up. I mean, I already pay for HBO. If they release stuff and I have time to kill, I'll probably still watch it unless Amber Turd is involved. She's hard and fast enough for me.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch Aquaman. Why?
Yeah.
Because Amber Heard's not gonna be in it for more than 5 seconds. And even if she's in it for like an hour of the movie, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit about these people enough to hate them.
You burned yourself out so much on that it's just funny now.
I
Anytime
did.
bringing
I watched
it up
every fucking day of that trial. I watched every fucking day of that trial, which I should have never done because that affected me mentally.
Yes,
it brought me down to dark places. My wife told me, "Please turn this off. This is affecting you," and she wasn't wrong. I talked to my therapist about it. And was like, I don't know if I can watch this anymore. He's like, "Is it on while we're talking?" I'm like, "Yes." I was like, "Yeah, it's on. It's over on the TV." He's like, "Just turn it off." And I'm like, "But I need to know what's going to happen to Johnny Depp." And I don't even care what happened to Johnny Depp. Like, I'm sorry your finger got sliced off because you married a fucking nutbag.
I mean, that's kind of like you officially found out what ate Gilbert Grape.
Was it the mom?
100%.
I can say that because I look like the mom. I'm on Noom. Don't worry. I'll get out of the
You
fire.
do not put yourself down anymore. You are a fantastic, glorious human being. You're
Noom is going
beautiful
to help me get out of the fire.
inside and outside. And all Noom is going to do is help you find the better you to show everyone else.
Do you think listen, do you think oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it. If I recorded a video of me as the mom from What's Eating Gilbert Grape at the end, but it's like, wait, I don't have to stay in this fire. I'm on Noom, and I get up and I run out of the house.
Yes.
Do you think only people
Remake.
who were at Woodstock 99 would understand that reference?
Only if while you're running out of the house, there's me swinging from a speaker tower going, Noom gave me more energy.
Oh my God. Do you think Amber Heard gets confused when she watches that movie because Johnny Depp doesn't have scissors for fingers?
I think she always gets confused.
Wait, I don't
think that
understand.
woman-
I don't understand
Get
it.
it? Why? How? What?
There's a woman who thought the rest of the world was stupid and that we actually got convinced he had scissors for fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, no,
That's
I
amazing.
read it. It was real.
I still need to have Casey. Well, Aaron Luck. Follow him on TikTok.
Boom, boom. That's actually one of the things I'm coming out with on my TikTok.
Damn right. As it should be.
It.
I'm telling you, your TikTok should be filled with anti-jokes because your delivery is perfect.
Fantastic.
Affirmations.
Absolutely.
But you should deliver them like you deliver the anti-jokes. And you should do
randomly intense once in a while, but then most of the time just like, hi, how are you?
You should do quick interviews with the celebrities that you impersonate.
Oh, I love that. Just
just like
questions.
Like 30-second, like Casey talks to Matthew McConaughey, and you just I hit my thing and accidentally brought up Kathleen's thing. I was only 1 when the movie came out, and I understood that right.
Huzzah.
Well, if you were 10 when Firefly came out, I think you mean Edward Scissorhands. Because that came out in like 91, I believe.
Bingo.
No, so I think you should do it like where like over here it's Casey talking to Matthew McConaughey, and then you switch and it's still Casey, but with Matthew McConaughey's voice. I see so many voice actors on there.
I think there's so many good ideas, and there's so many things I could potentially do with that, and really just bring a message of hope, joy, and friendship to everybody, and just hope we just keep moving forward. Remember that we're all part of this one big world, man, and we just gotta stay connected by love.
Oh, Gilbert Grape was 93, so that means Edward Scissorhands was 91.
Oh, yeah. Was old Scissorhands was 91?
I believe so. Let me check.
I disagree.
Edward Scissorhands, 1990.
It's
you know what happened? Johnny Depp is such a good actor. He convinced me that it came out in 1991.
Well, that was because he jumped streets yet, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he was 21 years old at that time, so perfect. Bam.
Oh my God. You know what you should do after every fake interview, though? You should be like, hey, this is fake Matt. I can't do it. Hey, this is fake Matt. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not my talent. All right. This is fake Matthew McConaughey, and I say go check out the Scene Snobs.
Oh my God, just do them all as fake.
I will play them before the show. If you
oh my gosh, this is fake Peter Griffin saying you need to go watch the Scene Snobs. Okay.
All of a sudden we get sued by Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
But then we convince him that we're really cool, and he lets us be on the Orville next season.
That's all I want.
That's all I want. I just want to play like a janitor on the Orville.
It doesn't matter. A janitor on the Orville would be amazing. Or somebody opens up and walks into the holodeck, and the program that they're watching is just us doing a show.
This is some early 21st century bullshit.
Like they're just prattling on about nothing. I don't understand. How is this so popular?
Seth MacFarlane, if you're watching, and I know you're not, I truly hope that you see this and you take this joke where you can trash podcasts, but you use the Scene Snobs on the Orville to trash it as a joke. We will happily fly out on our own dime to wherever you are filming, New Zealand even, and we will happily be on your show to be trashed by you because we love you and we think you're a genius.
Connecticut people strong.
He is from Connecticut?
A fellow Connecticutian.
He must be from the good part then.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He must be from that overlook that I saw that was really nice.
Yeah, that was the one that was really pretty that looked like, there was
that overlook in Connecticut that I looked up at and was like, that must be really nice. And that's the total, like, that's the total of like my Connecticutdom.
Yep. We didn't really get a chance to stop anywhere at that time, which was unfortunate. But that would be amazing.
Yeah, it is kind of sad that we got to see way more of New Jersey, right?
Always Jersey.
The awesomeness. Well, in fairness, we were in Connecticut for a very special event.
We were. And where you are in Jersey was fantastic. There's something about the community there, the family there, the way everyone is definitely waiting and talking mad shit about everybody else on the same block all the time, but then going up and like nice to your face. How's your mother? How's life going? Baby, it's good to see you. I'm like, oh my God.
New Jersey is so easy to get mad at.
Oh, there's a lot to get mad at, bro.
I went back. You have to. You almost have to be on the defensive at all times. It's like New Jersey is like an infinite game of wall ball. Like, somebody's going to throw the ball at you before you get to the wall. But, you just do what you got to do.
So you just, like, always at the ready, always prepared to just smack somebody down.
Always. That's Jersey. So you have to be on the defensive. But, like, so the last time I got mad, and here's the thing. A guy that looks like me should not get mad about this, but he's the most obvious to get mad about this. There in my town, there's a hot dog truck. It's been there for like 30 years, and they make the best hot dogs, best chili dogs. I love it. And I went, and I really wanted to take my sons because the park's outside the park, and I wanted to take them to get a hot dog, and it wasn't there any of the days that I was there. And I got I'm still kind of mad about this.
Fucking Jersey.
I'm still upset that it wasn't there. I don't even know if like they failed during COVID, and unfortunately, but you look at me, and this is a visual medium show,
and see
not like our podcast.
Beautiful man that I see.
Listen, it's not a hideousness or anything, but it is a double chin effect, and I am of the bulbous variety.
More extra grandiose.
More like extra grande Taco Bell
sexy
meal. Like if I'm a Taco Bell meal, I'm the one that comes with like 7 tacos and like 16 burritos.
That sounds delicious, and now I'm starving.
It does. And no, dare you. That's the downfall of being my size. You want tacos all the time.
Am I your size? And I still want tacos all the time.
But you won't. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, because life.
I don't have that zipper. All right, that doesn't just go away for me. Let's get to the comments before I bash myself.
I literally cooked myself a family-sized lasagna, and that's what I'll be eating from the pan tonight. Challenge: will Casey be able to eat for 8? We'll find out.
I bet you he will over the course of the next 3 days. Now, not a challenge for Mick. Would he be able to eat a serving size of 8? He did promptly before coming on this show after we finished. I have 4 people and a dog that live in my house, and I eat a total of more than them. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm exaggerating. I don't do that anymore.
Ridiculous. Yeah, that's the important part. Thanks to Noom.
Thanks to Noom. Check out our affiliate link down in the description. All right. Paul is here. I want to say congratulations to
buddy.
Paul.
Congratulations. He's all married. Him and Sam are married. Yay. We love that. Unfortunately, I had driven back from Connecticut on Saturday, which was his party in North Carolina Day. And I didn't get the opportunity to come down and visit and hang and party with you. And I'm very saddened by that. It hurts my soul. But I also realized that I'm fucking old. And driving 8 hours is hard on me now. So here's my future. Great to know that here's to the rest of my falling apart.
Well, I originally couldn't go because the kids start school tomorrow. And it's just, if anybody has any kids, and I know some of you do, starting school is hectic as hell, and you have a lot of shit to do. And I've pissed my wife off enough by recording 3 times today
It sounds about
and
right.
not helping get ready. So like I couldn't do that all weekend. So I could not make it, but I also have shingles, and that is not a situation that anybody wants to be a part of. So it's healing, so it's getting better.
Thankfully.
But fuck me.
You make sure to scream at those shingles and call them turds, right?
Amber turds.
Yeah.
John says, "Hey guys, hey, what's up, John?
What up, buddy? Hello, John. The almighty game
barbarian.
master, John.
John is great. We love John.
John.
He is your Star Wars master, right?
Yes, he is. He's fantastic.
The tiny barbarian is finally asleep. I'm sorry, Kathleen makes us feel old. She doesn't make me feel old.
Well, in a great way, though. Like, because she makes us understand her wonder and youth. So therefore, we all feel great. I feel wiser, but only because I've survived.
Yeah. I mean, that's for sure. Like, I'm talking about Woodstock 99, and I'm remembering not going, but fully being able and capable of going.
You talking about 99 around that, 2000 era reminded me that I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up.
Not talking to you anymore.
I'm going to survive it and keep on surviving.
Like Kathleen, it's not a Taco Bell party. It's a party pack, is what she calls it.
Party pack, yeah.
No, that's bullshit. The party pack is 12 tacos or 12 soft tacos. I'm talking about the grande meal.
Yeah, the grande.
I'm the grande. Pack. I am air grande, airy, nada grande. I don't know. It just didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work in my head. So I don't know why I said it.
But at least you tried.
I did try, but it was a failure and a bomb.
And sharing is caring, and that was shit. So
Honor's very first day of school is less than a month away. You are going to cry. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
and I'm
man.
not saying that happily, but it is good.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful thing.
It's exciting, Kathleen. It's going to be great.
It is. Oh, it is. Just be prepared to sit in your car and cry. I am I'm gonna tear up dropping them off tomorrow. I'm gonna. Yeah. I do every time. I get over it by the second day. I'm like, nobody's in the house. Sweet. But listen, all summer was hard. But I love my little one.
Of course.
But yeah, no, get out of the car and go to school. And then John says, our kids' head start in a few weeks. I have no idea what's going on anymore. They get older, and
it goes faster. It just goes faster. Yeah, when everyone says that to me, my whole life, it's always been, it's going to pick up, and you have no idea, and it's going to be crazy. And it's like, you're talking out your butt, blah, blah, blah. No, it goes faster. River's 9 out of nowhere. What happened?
Tommy's not that little boy playing with the race car anymore.
Yeah.
On the floor of a Dunkin' Donuts. When I first met him, my stepson, when I first met him, and he's not that little 2-year-old anymore. Yeah. This kid is we watched Beverly Hills Cop the other day together.
Oh my God.
We watched Beverly Hills Cop together, and he understands the references. He looks like he's a teenager. It pisses me off in a most bittersweet and beautiful way.
It's fantastic. It's just so beautiful. Just remember to hug him a lot and give him all that love, and just it's a beautiful thing. No, don't be afraid for when they fall. Be there to make sure you just pick them back up, dust them off, send them right back to it. Keep them playing.
Kathleen, I'm going to tell you, I know you already want to cry, and you probably will, because I get it. And the first day you definitely will, maybe the second or third, just because it will be layers of crying, and it will get easier. And anybody coming into the show late or coming into the show later when we're not live, I understand this is a geek show, but shut up. You are going to cry. But as you watch Honora make friends and she's happy and she wants to be in it, it will be a lot easier. Now you'll sit at home if you have the day off or whatever you're doing and you're not doing anything, and watch the time tick by to go pick them up. But it will get easier. Kathleen is going to have so much free time. There's just so much more room for activities.
So much more room in the schedule for activities.
Maybe when I have free time, I'll actually fold laundry when I get it out of the dryer now, when I have 3 weeks worth of it waiting to be put away. Yeah, I don't have that luxury.
Yeah. No, he has to do it. Mm-hmm. I live in this magical world where I put it in a basket. And then I look at it and decide, will I fold you? Or won't I fold you? It's a fun game I play. Will I have enough clothes that I go through out of my actual dresser that I have folded and pulled away before or after I require the need for those unfolded clothes in the laundry basket? It's an exciting bachelor game.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with a woman who refused, and I mean refused, for us to not fold our laundry and iron our clothes before we wore them out.
Yeah.
My mother, we had to look good because we were a reflection on the family. Like, and hell, we were dirt poor, but for some reason, everybody would have thought we weren't, just based on the way we looked when we walked out.
Oh, same with
But
us, man. Like if I wore anything out that had holes in it, mom was like, "No, you're not going to look like a ragamuffin." And you went back and you made sure you looked right, you looked good, what you were wearing was clean
yep.
all the time. Like I'd go out
Yeah.
and work the fields and everything else, come back in. It's like, okay, throw those clothes on the back deck, and those are just going to sit there for. Pick them up and wear them tomorrow because I got more freaking work to do. It was weird
We
because that's
we
what we
didn't,
did. We were
I didn't
poor
wash the clothes till
farmers,
I was
man.
a teenager.
Yeah.
I didn't use the washer dryer till I was a teenager. They washed the clothes, but we folded our clothes. And then we would have to fold them nicely the way she liked it, put them away the way she liked it, iron them before we put them on. And now my wife doesn't make me iron, but when we do laundry, it's folded as soon as it comes out and it's done.
Yeah.
And now,
It's smart.
now the clothes may sit on the dresser for a couple of days.
They're close. They're like almost there. Like completion has almost been achieved. You are at mission accomplished. You have it in sight.
Yeah, like it's yeah, they'll sit there and then it will be until either my wife is fed up and she just puts them away,
Right.
or I realize she's getting fed up and I put them away. And that's usually where it comes to, because I'm
But
like,
it
no, I'm
can't
not
be
doing this.
that next step at that moment.
Never. John says, you guys are such a great support. I sincerely mean that. You're fabulous human beings. Dude, I'm telling you, guys it's going to be fun. And as it goes on, it gets so much easier. Like, again, tomorrow, it's going to be a little bittersweet because all summer I see them. We're hanging out. We're having a good time every day. And then they're going away. And it's kind of like, oh, my best friend's leaving. But, one's starting 5th grade, one's starting 1st grade. And I know they're talking about, I can't wait to go see my friends and stuff. So, as it goes on, you get more excited for it and it doesn't hurt as much. Like, I'm not even crying for the 10-year-old anymore because he goes out and sees his friends anyway. He's at that point.
Right.
So it's like, there's a detachment there where it's like, I get it. I mean, like, I'm not that upset. Like, cause now your friends are your life right now.
Right. Exactly.
Whereas like with the 5-year-old, it's like, but I'm your life right now. And
Man,
you're desperately trying to get away from me.
That was the toughest part, was reaching that moment with like my little one was just like, yeah, I'm just not as huggy all the time now, Dad. And I was like,
oh, that killed me with Tommy. I don't know what's going to happen when Jack, because that's
like,
it.
I'm strong. I can be strong.
I won't be. I will crumble under the weight of cookies.
Oh, it was brutal. I definitely gained weight. I ate so much trash. And I was trying to figure out, like, why am I eating all this garbage? It's not like I could possibly be eating my feelings. Man, my child doesn't need me.
Did you not
she can tie her own shoes.
Did you not hear the Taco Bell Grande story that I told?
Oh, no. Yeah, I was with you, bro. I was on par. And we had a Sonic in town. Do you know how many foot-long Coney dogs were devoured over that period of time? That's why I had to get out of town. I had to get out of town because there was a Sonic and it was all going straight to my thighs.
That's fair. Let's get back on the geek note. John has something for us. On the geek note, Honora was struggling to stay awake, so that I would keep reading The Hobbit to her. That's a good call because it's awesome. Boring.
I mean, it's a beautiful long
tale.
It is a could read in a wonderful pace.
I don't need any more Lord of the Rings.
No, I get it, bro. I know.
I
get it.
The Hobbit. There's plenty of books. The movies are there. The fact that they're making a television show, and it's the most expensive show to ever exist.
I'm so excited for it.
I'm so mad.
It's going to be so good.
I'm so mad at it.
It's going to be Galadriel.
I don't care.
She has one of the greatest. She is the greatest elf queen ever. So it's also another badass female that my daughter gets to grow up watching and see, because she will definitely be watching this. I will put that kid down and full on Clockwork Orange her and be like, "You are enjoying this Lord of the Rings."
I'm so over it. I don't need any more Lord of the Rings. I'm done.
Just keep it coming.
No, not for me.
Give me my elvish, my Quenian. Oh, delight.
I know. But yeah, The Hobbit is the original foodie block.
Yeah, it is.
That works. That's true.
Holy
All right.
cow,
I think we're going to wind down because I do got to get up early for school tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to do that whole work thing now that I'm back from vacation.
I don't envy you.
No, it's going to be interesting. I'll tell you what it won't be is bad, because it's going to be another great day. And it's been a wonder hanging out with all of you beautiful people and having a wondrous time with you, my friend.
Same as you, my friend. So thank you very much. Can't say it better than myself. I say it wrong now all the time.
It's so great. I'm always waiting.
Go for 2 weeks, you dickhead. 2 weeks. And I don't get my salutation from you. And I didn't say what I always say at the end. And I better get it together by Tuesday. And now twice now I got it wrong. And it's just in. So
check it out. Check us out on thescenesnobs.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all the fan fancy things. We appreciate your time. We hope we made you laugh and gave you a little bit of enjoyment. Make sure to be kind to yourself, be kind to each other.
All right. Before we go, because I forgot to, I want to say a special thank you from both of us to our patrons, Mr. Ron Lippitt, Jason Taylor, Dale Anderson, Matthew Branch, Aaron Sturdivant, AJ Zyla, Stacy Peters, Paul Dunn, Tim Forbes, John Burhop, Chris Sales, and Dan Gow. Thank you so much for all your support. You guys are amazing. Guys, if you want to join our Patreon, go check out the links below or check them out on thescenesnobs.com. Help support us in this endeavor and keep the lights on. Also go check out the Scene Snobs Nation Discord. We're all hanging out and having a good old time. Thank you, everybody. Go check out our reviews of Secret Headquarters and Day Shifts, which are out now. And you can check those out. And just follow us wherever you follow all your other favorite people on social media. That's where we are. So we will talk to you guys soon, and take care. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs Podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original and fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.
Oh, I wonder. Ooh.
Don't get me sued.